Okay, so we're going to talk about things that helped with this birth. They've also helped with previous births, or this is the first time I use them, but they helped for sure this birth. It's a prayer that is a no-brainer for every time. We also did counter pressure from Mark, the last time and this time, both times. This is my fifth time. Okay, so counter pressure is just on the small of my back right there, and while I'm having contractions, he would push on that, not a ton of pressure, but enough to where it would counter the uncomfortableness or the pain of the contractions. Okay. I know that some people don't like to be touched during contractions or pain, but see if that works. And if not, then just let your person that's helping you out know, whether it's your spouse or a friend or someone. Okay, then we had low lights. We specifically used red bulbs in our room. We did not do white lights. We did not want that, just harsh light while I was giving birth and irritable. So yeah, that helped a lot. Just the mood was better. It was easier on the eyes. It was just a nicer atmosphere. When the baby came in, it wasn't bright lights in her face. Then we also used a diffuser with relaxing blends. Any essential oils that you like would work, but we used specifically relaxing blends. I can't remember the exact name, so I'll link those below if you want, or use whatever company you already know and love. Okay, so then I also did de-stressor breathing. This was huge. I used it through my entire pregnancy, but especially during birth, during the contractions, whenever I was breathing baby out, all of that. So what that looks like for me was a 7 to 10 second inhale and a 7 to 10 second exhale. And it is exactly like this. I would put my hands on my ribs to teach myself initially. Your rib cage on your inhale is going to expand. And on your exhale, you're going to draw in and up. So like you're sucking a water balloon up through your hoo-ha. Okay, that's just how I can explain it. I know, TMI. But so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. So first, we're going to go out with our ribs. I don't know if you can see that tilt and pull up, but that's what it looks like, and that's how I remind myself to do it. So I start with my hands here, and it looks funny, and then I put my hand here so I can feel it draw in and up. Okay, so my de-stressor breath, that helps with all sorts of times when I'm stressed out, whenever I need to chill with the kids or in public, but especially during those contractions. Ruby is deciding to just talk the whole time. That's okay. Okay, so then I also stood during contractions. In the past, in the hospital, they either have you laying down and make you feel like that's the only option, but you can stand or you can sit and stretch out on the end of the bed. But just having this portion of your body straightened out helps so much during contractions. It has for me, at least. Okay, so I had the bed already made. Double made. So this is how it looked. So it was an extra large puppy pee pad, a reusable washable one, so I can use it for whatever later on for my kids, for me later. And that'll help for if your water breaks while you're in bed. So that's on top. Then you have your regular fitted sheet. Then I had a felt backed tablecloth. Then I had another fitted sheet. And that way, after I gave birth, or after your water breaks, you just rip off those first 3 layers, the pee pad, the sheet, and the tablecloth, and then your bed is already made. And you can go ahead and have another pee pad underneath that second sheet if you want for extra protection. I didn't need to, but yeah, so that is what I did. It made it just so much easier for go time. And I'm glad I did, since I wasn't planning on giving birth in bed or in the room, and that just happened that way. So also staying hydrated, super helpful. I personally used My High electrolytes or trace minerals. Both of those are fantastic options. One's a liquid, one is a powder form, but they both are fantastic for hydration. Okay, so depends, afterbirth pads and ice pads. I have no shame in my afterbirth game, y'all. I wear Depends, or another name for them is disposable underwear. You can look either one of those up on Amazon and get a pack. So they're fantastic, because after birth, you don't want to have to worry about leaking, or you're swollen, you're uncomfortable, all the things. It just, peace of mind. Then the afterbirth pads are about the length of your underwear. So again, that's safety and security. And then ice pack pads, you can make them, you can buy them. I can link them below. But they're just phenomenal for right after birth. They just help with the discomfort. And going on with discomfort, I used After Ease tincture and Arnica 200C. The tincture is a herbal remedy. Arnica 200C is a homeopathic remedy. I alternated back and forth between those, and I did not need any other pain medicine after birth. So that was fantastic. And Arnica is supposed to help your body kickstart back into recovery mode. Then I also drank red raspberry leaf tea once a day for the last 3 or 4 weeks before I gave birth. Just a little note, it does not taste like raspberries. It is not sweet in that sense, not fruity. It is an herbal tea, okay? It is more of the leaf. So add honey and milk or cream or vanilla almond milk or something to it. That's what I would do. That is what I did, and it tasted fantastic. But just know it's not raspberry fruity. It is herbally. Okay. I made sure that my nutrition and my supplements were on point, and I was getting supplements and vitamins that I needed so that I would not be deficient in iron or vitamin D or anything like that. My midwife actually ran labs to see what nutrients I needed in my body that I was low on or too high on or whatever. Okay, for a home birth kit, I used In His Hands, home birth company or birthing company. I also got a stainless steel placenta bowl. The placenta is incredible. If you have not seen a real life placenta, it is literally the tree of life. The kids, it was a learning moment for me and Mark and the kids. It freaked the kids out at first because as they were walking by, they were just like, "What is that, Mom?" Because it was on the floor in a corner until they could, check it and make sure it was fully intact. But anyway, yeah, so I'll have to show you a picture because it is incredible how God designed it to supply nutrients and literally be life-giving to the baby in the womb because it looks just like a tree of life. Okay, coconut oil for nursing nipples. It's good and safe for baby and mama and all the things, and it's cheap because I already had it in the house and it works fantastic. Okay, I also took birth courses and I listened to birth stories, and I read Be Fruitful and Multiply. Mark read most of that with me, but I read through the whole thing by myself also. But listening to birth stories both in hospital and home births, just so you can hear both sides of it. Great experiences, sad experiences, but you can learn from it all. And you can mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually prepare, because that is key. Literally being prepared in your whole body, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all the things. So important. And it really does, it's a game changer. And then also the last thing that I did was have a diaper caddy for baby, for my baby's afterbirth needs, and then having a clear bin for my own afterbirth needs, so that if we needed to rush to the hospital, we could have just grabbed those. But otherwise, we were able to take the caddy anywhere in the house with this, and it had all the diapers, wipes, that kind of thing. And for me, it had all my pads and underwear and all of that in it, and I kept it in the bathroom. But if I needed it anywhere else, someone could just run and grab it for me, and it was everything I needed in those 2 kits that I could just take anywhere with me. So those are the things that really helped this time, and I hope they help you too.